All of the Barbies is A lovely good morning from the pitch. It's Cincinnati and Iowa State here on Bearcats Sports Radio. Hello, everybody. Joined alongside his Bearcats Sports Radio debut, Aiden Riggs. I'm Ethan Herzog. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Aiden, how you feeling?
Feeling good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Well, I'm still waking up, but it's all right. So, Bearcats soccer coming off of a 1-0 loss to TCU on this past Thursday, a part of the Big 12 opening weekend that has been bestowed upon the University of Cincinnati campus. Volleyball played 2 matches against former American Athletic Conference opponent UCF, got swept on Friday and lost in 4 sets on Thursday. Soccer lost the 1-0 against TCU, and Cincinnati football took place yesterday. That was also all of these contests were on Bearcat Sports Radio, by the way. A huge historic weekend for Bearcat Sports Radio, covering pretty much everything. As football fell 20-6 against the Oklahoma Sooners, which, in all honesty, could have been a lot worse if you look at it in that kind of way. Only held Oklahoma to 20 points. Defense looked sound as ever. Secondary could have had some moments, but still held the Sooners only to 105 rushing yards. A whole lot of different components as the Big 12 opening weekend wraps up here with Cincinnati and Iowa State. Looking back at the last match out for Cincinnati, lost 1-0, as I've said 5 times now. A.J. Hennessy was the lone scorer for TCU last Thursday, scoring on a penalty kick late in the match that would bring the lead in TCU's favor, and eventually would just give TCU the win, send them home with 3 points. I believe that they do points in NCAA women's soccer. I can't remember all of the rules. I'm a little rusty when it comes to NCAA women's soccer here, but if I take a quick look at the stats here, yeah,
like they do.
Points, yes. So went home with 3 points from Cincinnati. Totaled 7 shots on the day. TCU did with 2 shots on goal. Cincinnati with 3 shots, 2 on goal. 2 saves for TCU, 1 save for Cincinnati. 2 corners for Cincinnati, 7 for TCU. As well as 13 fouls for Cincinnati and 10 for TCU. There were 4 yellows total on the day. All went to Cincinnati. Ellie Flower, Brooke Brown, Ashley Barron, and Kendall Battle, all receiving yellows on the day. Attendance of 551 showed up for that match against TCU. And looking ahead to today's match, it is the We Play for 3 match in honor of the family of Ali Sidlowski, who was a former midfielder for the Cincinnati Bearcats, tragically passed away in 2021. It's been a huge statement of the program, keeping the memory alive of the former number 3. All of the pre-match tops are in honor of her. They don We Play for 3. The number 3 is on the back of the jersey. And all of that as well. It's also the post-match clinic for, I believe, young prospective players. I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But Cincinnati women's soccer 1-5-3, welcoming Iowa State 3-6-1 to Gettler Stadium on a beautiful sunny day. It's actually really nice out here, pitch side, as we stand in the Calhoun Garage. So if you are out here, come say hi. We'll talk to you for a minute when we're off air. But it's not a horrible day. Not a horrible day outside.
Can't ask for a much better day to have a soccer game out here.
No, definitely not.
Perfect sunny, 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's perfect. An all right weekend for Cincinnati soccer as a whole. FC Cincinnati took home a 3-0 victory against Charlotte FC, furthering their top of the table chase. Sitting at, I believe, where are they at now? 62 points on the season, chasing that record I believe 72 points set by the New England Revolution in 2021 for most points in a season. But looking to cap off a good soccer weekend with a win at home for Cincinnati women's soccer here in about 29 minutes as pregame warm-ups are still going on. Thursday's match. Ooh, excuse me. I am reading the wrong thing. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not prepared for this one. It's been a long weekend. Directly from the pregame summary of the Iowa State-Cincinnati matchup on GoBearcats.com. Iowa State is one of 6 new conference opponents for the Bearcats that they will face for the first time in this program's history. Iowa State coming off of a 1-0 loss to West Virginia in Morgantown. Cyclones opened up conference play, falling 4-1 to Oklahoma State at home, and Cyclone Myra Emma leads Iowa State with 4 goals and 2 assists, and the Cyclones are led by head coach Matt Fannin, who is in his 4th season at the helm of Iowa State and holds a record of 14, 33, and 10. Fannin holds a career of 95, 77, and 27 in 11 total seasons of coaching. Sophomore midfielder for Cincinnati, Megan Smith, leads the team in goals this season with 3, and junior forward Laura Zembarova has recorded a team-high 13 shots, while junior Fran Stables leads the Bearcats in assists with 2. Now, with Ashley Barron coming out, who is shaping up to be a real NWSL prospect, cracked into the top 10 for career minutes with 6,211 minutes, which is 6th all-time in program history. And she is fast approaching the top 10 in career starts. She has started 71 of her 72 matches and is 4 away from the 10th most. And senior goalkeeper Anna Rexford, closing in on the all-time career saves list. She's currently at 168 career saves and is only 1 save away from the 10th most in program history. The Wilmore, Kentucky native is also ranked inside the top 10 in career wins with 7 and shutouts with 8. Rexford ranks 3rd in the Big 12 in total saves and ranks 4th in saves per game with 4.13. And after this match, Cincinnati heads out to Utah to face number 7 BYU on Thursday, September 28th. Kickoff scheduled for 9. Could be on Big 12 now. So, yeah, it's Big 12 weekend has really been something of a lot of interest. So I'm interested to see the crowd turnout for today. It seems there's a pretty decent turnout already. I can only see a little bit of what's in front of me and kind of to the left and right of me. But it was a good turnout for football. Sold out crowd. It was deafening, to say the least. I was sidelined for the second half, taking pictures and whatnot, and I mean,
I had the chance to be in the student section.
Yeah.
That's the loudest I've heard it this year. I mean, I couldn't hear myself speak at times. It was so loud.
The loudest I've heard it since 2021, with the American Athletic Conference Championship game being hosted here, which, I mean, everyone knows the things about how that game progressed and what that meant, and punching through the glass ceiling and making it to the college football playoff and yada yada, all the headlines that everyone's heard for the past 3 years now, talking about the Cincinnati Bearcats in the football world. But I think the Big 12 has a lot of potential for Cincinnati, looking back at what has transpired across opening weekend for Cincinnati, the Big 12, and watching all the new Big 12 teams play. There's a lot of potential for all 4 teams, especially Cincinnati, going forward for football, and especially basketball, looking forward to that too. With all the new recruits coming in, Wes bringing in his guys. A good non-conference slate coming up for Bearcats basketball as well. Notable teams, NKU at home this year, part of a home-and-home series. Little rivalry across the river.
We got Dayton downtown this year. Dayton
down at Heritage Bank Center, which is going to be an interesting turnout. I'm not sure how well that's going to go broadcast-wise. Broadcast-wise is a whole different concern that I have as someone who works in the industry. But I feel like it'll be a good turnout fan-wise for both. It's not too far away from Dayton. It's kind of interesting that it's downtown and not in more of a neutral middle ground site, but I don't know where that would be if it were played somewhere in between the two schools. And obviously, the Crosstown Shootout, one of the biggest and most well-known college basketball rivalries of all times. I mean, I arguably believe that it sits among the ranks of Duke, North Carolina.
Up there with Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah. All the big name rivalries that you could think of. I put that up there. It's definitely not the top by any means, but it definitely is something that a lot of people have on the radar. It's always entertaining. It's the rivalry's kind of swaying in Xavier's favor. It's been 4 years since Cincinnati has won the Crosstown Shootout.
A big thing you could mention now, because we've been mentioning the transition to the Big 12. Now that's a Power 6 rivalry in college basketball.
It is.
With us now being in the Big 12 and we're facing the Big East.
It is, yes. Big East and Big 12, two of the bigger college basketball rivalries. Big 12 arguably the best college basketball conference, sitting with legacy teams like Kansas, Kansas State, Baylor, Houston now, who has had a huge comeuppance as of recent, Cincinnati, who is a huge legacy program, a very big college basketball brand. Texas and Oklahoma are leaving, but for the next season, they will be present in the Big 12, and there will be contest between the two universities. I believe we are away at Texas. I can't remember. I know we're away at Kansas.
I know we're at Kansas.
Which I was really hoping that we hosted Kansas for my own selfish reasons, because I would love to see Kansas play at Fifth Third Arena in my lifetime. Obviously, it will happen at some point, but this season is not the season for that. But we shall see. The rest of the non-conference slate, just kind of, your typical non-conference for college basketball. You got your handful of big names, and you got your handful of just normal matchups that a couple buy-in games here and there. And there's actually a home-and-home series against Georgia Tech happening this season, as well as another one that I can't remember which school it was, but I know it's on my birthday, the 28th, is the away match, and then next season they welcome said team to Fifth Third. I can't remember which team it is, though, is my problem. Now I've been handed the list of conference matchups for this season. Our home matchups: UCF, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, TCU, Texas, and West Virginia. And away is Baylor, BYU, UCF, Houston, Kansas, Oklahoma, TCU, Texas Tech, and West Virginia. The dates and times, or at least the dates for the men's team, are going to be released on September 26th. That's when the Big 12 is going to put out everything, and then I assume that the Big 12 preseason polls are going to come out eventually, and everything's going to be out there.
I'll be really interested to see where we stand with that, with these bigger name teams.
If I had to guess,
I know that we'll probably be
middle
to lower.
If I had to guess, probably middle of the road, considering what we did last year, making it to the Elite Eight of the NIT. We were a game out from making the NCAA tournament last year. Finished like 5 or 6 games above 500. It was a big step up for Wes.
Yeah.
Coach Wes Miller, from his first season to his second season, he made it work with the players that he had, and now that he has his own guys and he's able to really solidify the team that he wants to play around, it will definitely go a little bit better for Wes Miller, I feel like, moving forward. But only time will tell as that comes around, and obviously women's basketball also a factor. Another historic program within NCAA women's basketball with new head coach. I'm terrible. I can't remember her name. Coach Merriweather. Brought her back. She was a former player, played with Cincinnati back in 2001. Went off, had her own coaching career, and is back in Cincinnati to be the new head coach. Coach Michelle Clark-Hurd was let go this past off season. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully go back to their winning ways this coming season. Baseball is another big topic for the Big 12. See where they land going into this season. Didn't have the best season last year, but new head coach, a bunch of new players that were taken as the head coach came down. A bunch of players followed, which happens. Same thing happened with football when Luke Fickell left. A bunch of his players followed him to Wisconsin. Just like that, new head coach for baseball. A lot of his players followed from Eastern Michigan, I believe is where he's from. Baseball's not on the brain at the moment. I've kind of checked out of baseball season. The Reds lost last night 13-12. And
that was a heartbreaker.
I think that means that the Reds' postseason aspirations are no more. But we'll see. It's maybe if a bunch of things happen and
get a little help
from around the league, we'll see. But only time will tell. The Reds have a couple more.
I think today is their last home game, and they go on the road for maybe 6 games, I believe.
I believe so. Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates have one more. It's the rubber match at 1:40 today. That's your first pitch time. They'll go for a 2-game stint against the Cleveland Guardians at the Guardians, and then they will play at St. Louis as a 3-game series Friday 29th, 30th, and October 1st, 8:15, 7:15, and 3:15 respectively, as they're in Central Time. So it's a little bit different there. But we shall see. The Reds currently 2 games above 500. And let me see here. They are 9.5 games back of the top of the NL Central, hovering a couple games back of the NL wild card. So we shall see, facing off against the Cleveland Guardians, who are second in the AL Central, 8.5 games back of that lead. 74-82 is their record. And then face off against the bottom of the NL Central in the 68-87 St. Louis Cardinals, 20 games back at the top of the NL Central. The Brewers still lead the NL Central, 88-67 is their record. The Cubs are right above the Reds, 81-74, 7 games back. As that is look at the Reds, and looking at the rest of Cincinnati sports as we're on that topic. Cincinnati Bengals take on the I almost said St. Louis Rams. They haven't been the St. Louis Rams in a long time. The LA Rams on Monday Night Football. It's their wideout game. I will be there working. It's going to be a very, very long day tomorrow. I'm not mentally prepared. I'm physically prepared. I'm very ready. I'm very excited. But mentally, I'm just so drained. It's been a long weekend of covering events for the University of Cincinnati and then for the Bengals tomorrow. I got to be down at Paycor, 1:30, I believe. So I'll be there.
8 o'clock game. Oof.
Yeah, 8:15 kickoff. 8:20 kickoff. All my pregame responsibilities start at 1:30. So we'll be down there, and I'll be down there, and we'll see how the Bengals do, starting off 0-2. But I mean, the last couple of seasons they've started 1-2 and 0-2. The one season, 2021 season, they started 1-2, and then they won the Super Bowl. Started last season 0-2, went to the AFC Championship game. We'll see. It just takes a minute because the Bengals are, they don't, like a lot of teams, they don't start their starters in the preseason, and then everyone's off and no one clicks. And the chemistry, while it's there, isn't the same because they took so long off. Then they get into workouts, and playing in a game setting is different than playing in practice, obviously. And you can say you play how you practice, but that chemistry is still kind of lost.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that team right now, too. Joe Burrow's injury is the big topic right now.
Joe Burrow's injury.
Whether he's going to play or not tomorrow. Tomorrow.
If you want my honest opinion, I say you rest Joe Burrow. You bring in A.J. McCarron.
That's what I'd like them to do.
Who they signed to the practice squad yesterday.
With them yesterday.
So he's signed. He's back in Cincinnati after a terrific stint in the XFL, setting a lot of XFL records. So he's back in the NFL right now on the practice squad of the Cincinnati Bengals. So we'll see if he eventually makes the roster, if Jake Browning starts on Monday night. or if they eventually just move, if they switch A.J. McCarron and Jake Browning, so A.J. McCarron's the QB2, Jake Browning goes back to the practice squad, A.J. McCarron starts, and we see how that goes in terms of Cincinnati football. But yeah, that's my long-winded recap preview of Cincinnati sports as of
a lot to be excited
this
about.
point. Yeah, it's been a good year for Cincinnati sports. The Reds had their stretches where they were really good, and the team's looking better, bringing up their prospects, Ellie De La Cruz, Matt McClain, who's down in AAA Louisville on a rehab assignment, CES, Novale Marte, Spencer Steer, who
Andrew Abbott
arguably is going to win NL Rookie of the Year. If he doesn't, I think it's highway robbery. Andrew Abbott, also a very good one. Connor Phillips also had a lot of good.
There's just so many this year. If they don't make the playoffs, there's a lot to just build off of this year.
There is, assuming that the lovely owner doesn't do what he does. But that's a whole different discussion that I'm not going to go into right now because I have no real dog in that fight and no real responsibility to report on that at the moment. But neither here nor there. And then, obviously, SC Cincinnati, historic run after back-to-back, I believe, wooden spoons. They're finally off their playoff year, made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, lost to the Union, which was tragic. I remember watching that game, thinking that, oh, wow, we're going to actually make this thing. Then lost to the Union. And then they open up, go on this huge home winning streak, sit at 13-1-1 at home this season, which is absolutely mind-blowing. The best home team in the MLS this season, and sitting at the top of the table, has sat at the top of the table for a very long time this season, has held on to it strong, have, I believe, almost a 10-point advantage over the next best team
Last I checked,
in the
they
MLS.
had a 12-point lead.
Yes, over St. Louis, who also recently clinched the playoffs. It's clinching the playoffs time in the MLS. I believe there are 8 teams.
8 teams from each conference, I think.
Yes. I believe they all have it clinched as of right now. And one team has been officially eliminated, which is Colorado. And I'm anticipating Inter Miami probably will get eliminated unless
They'd have to go on a big
figure
run.
it out, because they do have Lionel Messi and Sergio Busquets and yada yada. They have their whole roster of star-studded players from everywhere else. But we'll see.
It'd be cool to see him in the playoffs.
No.
Oh, well. From your aspect, no, but...
No, definitely not. I stand by... I respect Lionel Messi. I respect that he is easily one of the best, if not the best player in the whole world of soccer at the moment. However, he is now in our league. Therefore, I dislike him immensely. That is where I stand.
Me coming from the standpoint of not having a dog in the fight of the
Fair
MLS
enough.
Cup, I just
That
love
is fair.
to see him play. I'm more of a USL guy. I come from Louisville.
There you go.
So
perfect.
I'm just interested
we
in
have some
watching
diversity here.
I'm just interested in watching the best soccer I can.
Yes,
he's a fun player to watch.
He is. I will admit. I'm not like the biggest hater. I'm really
where
only
you're coming from.
I actively root against him because I need Inter Miami to not make the playoffs so we can have our MLS Cup, because I am so certain that it's going to happen. I will it to the MLS gods that FC Cincinnati wins the cup, and that's really cool. And hopefully we host it so I can go to the game because it'll be in Cincinnati. But neither here nor there. But it's still the MLS is really growing as it.
It's had a big.
It's had a big jump. Huge jump.
League.
And I'm hoping that the NWSL eventually brings one of their teams to Cincinnati. For my own selfish reasons, because that means more jobs, and that means that I can maybe be the voice of that team and blah, 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 whatever. But that's a whole different thing.
I would love to see an NWSL rivalry of Louisville
between Louisville and Cincinnati, which would be fantastic.
When our teams play against each other in the US Open Cup.
I would remember going to that match and watching us completely style on Louisville City, which
I remember back in the old days when Cincinnati was in the USL, and we played down at Louisville Slugger Field. Cincinnati brought 5,000 people.
Yeah,
we had 14,000 in a AAA ballpark to watch soccer games.
Yeah,
It was a great atmosphere.
I wasn't a fan during the USL days, unfortunately. I'm only recently inducted into the FC Cincinnati-ness that is brought to Cincinnati thanks to my lovely girlfriend who just kind of, hey, you want to get season tickets? Sure. And now I'm completely addicted, and I watch soccer all the time, and including college soccer for the most part. I mean, mainly women's because that's the team that we have, so I'm paying more attention to the Big 12 and everything. But, hopefully the NWSL eventually expands to Cincinnati. We can have some homegrown prospects go from the Bearcats to whatever the Cincinnati NWSL side is referred to as. So we'll see. I believe Boston got
the
25th.
I believe San Diego
was also one. Yes. But we'll see.
San Diego got the new stadium, and I think they gave them the next one.
Sorry, I got to respond to one of my photographers who's coming. Anyway, let's talk about the rest of this. I have a couple more points to talk about, the match that's happening right now. As we look at this, Big 12 standings as of current, Texas Tech leads the Big 12 at an 8-0-2 record, 2-0 in conference play, 6 points in the conference so far. Oklahoma State, UCF, BYU, your top four. Cincinnati is, let me see here. Oh, that table just moved. 1, 2, 3. Cincinnati 11th, sitting with 1 point on the year so far. 0-1-1 in conference play, 2-5-3 overall. So we'll see if Cincinnati can come away with 3 points on the day. Finished in the preseason poll in 13th place, only above Iowa State, who we are playing today. BYU sits at the top of the preseason poll. Six first place votes. 6 first place votes with 156 total points coming as our starters are walking onto the pitch. Anticipating the national anthem, which we will take a short 2-minute break for, as that is the runtime of the song. Cincinnati and Iowa State going at it. The third Big 12 match for the Cincinnati Bearcats, the second one at home. So we'll take a brief break for the national anthem. We'll be back in just a few moments. Welcome back. If you're just now tuning in, Cincinnati Bearcats and Iowa State Cyclones. We are 5 minutes away from the start of the match. Ethan Herzog with you alongside Aiden Briggs. And Aiden, you've got a little bit of experience here in the broadcasting world.
A little bit.
Down from St. Xavier, Louisville, the I'll bring it up. I don't know how many times you get this alma mater of Desmond Ritter.
It is.
I'm sure you get that all the time, especially here at the University of Cincinnati.
That's a
everyone's
proud
like,
moment of us
oh,
down there.
Wow, look at that. NFL quarterback Desmond Ritter playing for the Atlanta Falcons. Now named the starter. Has started the past two matchups against Green Bay was the most recent. Had a huge game against the Green Bay Packers.
They got a big game today against the Lions, I saw.
Yes. I will hopefully be able to watch that. I have a busy day today, too. So we'll see how much Red Zone I get to watch today. Waiting on the starting lineups for both teams, as the live stats is not updated yet. But like I was saying, you got a little bit of experience here. Calling games. You said soccer and basketball primarily?
A little bit down there, yeah.
Gotcha.
We had a broadcast called the Tiger Sports Network.
Yeah.
Broadcast some of our own varsity sports down there. Was able to help out a little bit with it.
Yeah, I started in high school as well. Over at Roger Bacon, about 5 miles north of here. Roger Bacon Sports Network. Shout out to them. It's been a minute since I've been back, but they've been doing all right, as far as I'm aware. But we'll see. The starting lineups get announced here at Gettler Stadium. We're about 3 minutes out from the start of this match. As previously mentioned, Cincinnati fell 1-0 against the TCU Horned Frogs on this past Thursday. It's a matchup between the two bottom teams of the preseason poll, the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Iowa State Cyclones. Cincinnati 13th in the preseason poll, Iowa State 14th. Bearcats sit with 1 point in the Big 12 soccer standings. Iowa State, I believe, with 0 at the bottom of the table. Also, was mentioned before, Texas Tech leading the table. 6 points, undefeated in conference play so far.
A senior from Wilmore, Kentucky, number 33, Anna Russell. Now let's pump it up.
Just about underway here at Gettler Stadium. A good turnout for Sunday noon match between these two teams. The We Play for 3 match.
Appears to be a lot of young prospective players in the crowd as well.
Yeah, young local teams coming out. There's a post-match clinic today as well. The We Play for 3 match in honor of Ali Sidlowski. So about 2 minutes. 2 minutes out here, counting it down. And another thing that I wanted to mention too is that both sides of the pitch are open for fans now, which is new because the teams used to sit on the far sideline, but they moved them to the near side, and now they have 2 sets of bleachers across the way that more fans can sit at. It just increases the capacity of Gettler Stadium. I believe the record's 3,000 fans, I believe, and that was set not too long ago, I believe. Bearcats led by new head coach as well, Erica Demers, who I actually saw. I was sitting at Starbucks working on some stuff. She came in and got a coffee. I was like, huh, that's interesting. I'm always confused. I'm like, huh, there's an athlete here. Oh, wait, they go to school here. I do that all the time with the football players.
I passed by Wes Miller just walking by Fifth Third one day and had that same type of experience.
I've been going here for 3 years, and I'm still every time I'm like, huh, oh yeah, I go to college with these kids because they're also pursuing a degree. It's always strange. We're just about underway here. The live stats is not updating, which is not ideal. I need my lineups. about 18 seconds until get on the way here. Bearcats and Cyclones. Here at Gettler Stadium, Cincinnati moving from left to right. Donning the all-white kits today. White tops, white shorts, white socks. The Cyclones, they're all maroon with gold numbers on the back as well. As we are underway here, 45 minutes to go as we are underway here at Gettler Stadium. Ball currently on the far side. Passing over into the attacking third, trying to make quick work of it here. Turnover. Cincinnati going to take it the other way. Pass down to Stables. Still working that far side. Approaching the 18-yard box. Try to get inside. Get tripped up. Ball rolls out of bounds. No foul called. It will be the first goal kick of the match for keeper Avery Gillahan, excuse me, if I can pronounce. Takes it short now. Deep cross picked up by Brooke Brown. Trying to get things going offensively for Cincinnati. Ball sent out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Bearcats. Right in front of the Cincinnati bench. Vivian Spalding to send it in. Waiting the chance, throws it in. Intended for Stables, bounces out of bounds. Spalding will have it again. Quick to return. Now it's in. Megan Smith loses the ball. Picked up by Stables, and now Cyclones on another turnover, taking the other way down the near side. Solon Pratt down the near side, approaching the 18. Misses the ball, almost out of bounds. Then it gets played out of bounds. It will be the first corner of the match for Iowa State. Heading over to take number 32, Myra Emma. The first corner of the day for either team. Kick is on its way into the box and headed out. Iowa State going to chase it down before it goes out of bounds. This makes it just in time. Now played inside once again. Anna Rexford comes in with the save. First corner for Iowa State, not finding much. Now Ashley Barron receives the ball from keeper Anna Rexford, now quickly making haste down the field. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Iowa State. Vivian Spalding quick to return to play. Now Fran Stables plays it inside, and the play isn't there. Intended for Megan Smith. Pass it right behind her. Good play in the box. Just came up just shy. Another save for Avery Gillahan.
Bearcats trying to play fast here, quick.
Very quick tempo here. Iowa State back with the ball. Almost loses it, and will. Play down the far side. Emma Joffrey with the ball, gives it to Fran Stables. Stables trying to get it right back to Joffrey, but it ends up out of bounds. Iowa State on the throw. Now the far side, a long throw. Picked up by Brooke Brown and turned right back over to the Cyclones on the far side. Now out once again, Cincinnati this time on the throw. Kendall Battle. Quick throw. Goes into Maddie Swingle. Swingle loses it. Gets it over to Bastion. Bastion with a pass intended for Joffrey. Gets picked up and taken away by Iowa State. Tripped up. That'll be a foul on Cincinnati. Quick restart. Blown dead by the head official. Iowa State not realizing until just now. Officials for today's match: Wes Cowett, the referee; Jackson Krauser, assistant referee; Dean Morgan, your second official; and Aaron Hernandez, your alternate. The ball back in play. Megan Smith with it on the far side, trying to work around the Iowa State defense. Can't get there. Turned back over to Iowa State. Ball ends up out of bounds in favor of the Bearcats. Kendall Battle on the far side. Throws it in. Gets it to Smith. Smith turns. Trying to get it into Iowa State territory. Leads a pass. Intended for Joffrey. As it sails into the possession of Iowa State. Trying to follow it out of bounds. Won't do so as that ball gets knocked out of bounds. Past the end line. It'll be a goal kick once again for Iowa State. Gillihan elects to go short with it. Deep cross, picked up by Cincinnati. Vivian Spalding gets a handle on it. Trying to race past her defender, does so. Now towards the near side corner. Trying to play it in. Ball gets passed out of bounds. It'll go the direction of Iowa State. Pratt picks it up. Referee blows it dead. Wants a redo on that throw. Maddie Brandt on the near side to throw it in for Iowa State. Throw comes in. Vivian Spalding's there, tries to touch it away. Can't get there quite in time. Fran Stables on the pursuit as it gets crossed away. Ball sitting on the far side now. Iowa State trying to get out of their own third. Cincinnati defense playing a high press. That pass misses. Bastion with it. Has a little bit of room in front of her. Pass it out to the far side to Joffrey. Joffrey with a chance to cross it inside. Going towards the back line. Pass blocked and sent away by Iowa State. Picked up once again by Cincinnati. Kendall Battle fighting for it. It gets won by Iowa State. They're going to take it the other way. Kristen Booz in possession of the ball. Passes it down to Pratt. Pratt on the offensive. Pass inside the box. Gets knocked away by Battle. Battle on the far side. Tries to clear it away. Gets blocked. Iowa State with a chance. Iowa State inside the box. Pass gets blocked out of bounds. It'll be another corner. Second one of the day for Iowa State.
Strong chance from the Cyclones there. Good job by the Bearcats defense to break it up.
Strong by the back line, able to get there quickly. Waiting on the taker of the corner. Making her way over, Maddie Brandt. Her first take on the set piece today. .37-39 to go here in the first half. Still tied 0-0. Ball is on its way. Overshoots the box just a little bit. Gets followed out of bounds, and Iowa State can't keep a handle on it. It'll be out of bounds on them. Cincinnati's ball. Vivian Spalding looks for an option. Finds one. Deep throw. Bouncing around. Picked up eventually by Stables. Stables with a pass over to Smith. Smith loses it. Bastion in pursuit. Tries to get it back. Can't make it there in time. Pratt with it on the far side. Moving across the Big 12 logo. Trying to make something happen here. Getting pushed towards the corner. Foul is called on Iowa State. It'll be Cincinnati's ball on the free kick. Now one foul apiece for both teams. Battle winds, takes the kick. Still on the far side. Picked up by Pratt. Pratt trying to evade. Iowa State living on that far side, gets it over to, tries to get it over into the box. Barron picks it up. And a deep cross intended for Spalding, headed away. As it remains in the Cincinnati attacking third. Brooke Brown trying to get it back out. Not much to work with. Spalding with a nice touch. Gets it over to Ellie Flower. Now a nice lead pass. Intended for Spalding, gets picked up by Iowa State. Now it's sent the other way. Bastion gets a foot on it. Megan Smith with a chance. Blocked. And fouled. turnover, Iowa State's ball. Another foul for Cincinnati. Iowa State looks, sends one. Picked up by Brooke Brown, quickly advancing. Flower trying to get a handle on it. Not much to work with. Iowa State regains possession. Still on their third, sends it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Cincinnati right in front of their bench. Spalding looking for a throw-in opportunity. Gets it in to Stables. Stables had an opportunity. Gets taken away by Iowa State. Ashley Barron with the header. A nice win on that one. It's the ball intended for Vivian Spalding. Sails out of bounds. It'll be an Iowa State throw in front of the Cincinnati bench. Brandt the throw, sends it in. Won by Cincinnati for the moment, now taken back by Iowa State. Iowa State across midfield. Has a chance. Pass inside the box, picked up by Cincinnati. Fumbled for the moment, but Ashley Barron able to get away for the moment. Lauren Bastian, excuse me. Pass down to Smith, who sends it to Spalding. Spalding down the near side. Has some room. Cincinnati with a chance, and it sails right back to Gillihan for the save. Now Iowa State back on the offensive here. Pass picked up by Joffrey on the far side. Joffrey tries to get inside the box. Poked away by Iowa State. Ball sails out of bounds, but it will be saved by Cincinnati. Megan Smith just outside the box. Bastian with a shot blocked. Nice stand by Iowa State. Now they take it the other way. Their offensive chance. Nice pass picked up by Cincinnati. It's going to sail all the way back to Anna Rexford, who sends it back to midfield. Fran Stables gets it down to Bastian, taps it over to Vivian Spalding. Spalding trying to make work against her defender. Gets around her. And another move. Foul, but official says to play on. Joffrey, cross inside the box, gets knocked out of bounds in the first corner for Cincinnati of the day. Corner will be taken from the far side. See how the Bearcats handle this set piece opportunity. Fran Stables, the UK native. First corner of the day for Cincinnati, third of the game for either side. Sent deep to Megan Spalding, just outside the box. Cross inside, and Gillihan is there for the save. A couple of Bearcats in the area, but nothing much to show for it on that. 32-29 as we remain tied at 0. Megan Smith floating near the keeper as she sends it away. Ashley Barron tries to get a handle on it as it sails out of bounds. After deflecting off an Iowa State defender, it'll be Cincinnati's ball. Vivian Spalding on the near side to throw it in. Looking for an option. Sends one deep for Ellie Flower as it bounces off an Iowa State player. Another throw in for Cincinnati as that touch a little bit too strong. Goes out the back line, and it'll be another goal kick for Iowa State.
Cincinnati doing a good job of retaining possession here against the Cyclones. At first, it was the Cyclones pushing a lot. UC's had good possession ever since, and they've had some good shots on net.
Looks to go short off the goal kick. Iowa State trying to advance out of their own side. That pass blocked by Joffrey. Gets sent out of bounds to be Iowa State's throw. On the far side. Throwing comes in long and deep. It'll get picked up by Kendall Battle. Now Brooke Brown moving towards the near side. Gets it over to Spalding. Spalding tries to get a handle on it. Pass attempt blocked out of bounds. It'll be Cincinnati's ball. Spalding throw. Gets the all-clear whistle. Surveying, looking. Throwing goes to Ellie Flower, gets knocked away, picked up by Iowa State. They're going to have a chance here. Racing towards the far side. That touch just a little too hard. Out on Iowa State. Cincinnati's ball on the far side. Kendall Battle. Looking for an option on the throw. About a half hour to go here in the first half. Deep pass. Has Ellie Flower in the area. Was offsides. Flag was not raised. As the ball sails out of bounds, it'll be Cincinnati's ball again off the deflection by Iowa State. Megan Smith with a nice move. Sends it back to Battle. Battle trying to get around her defender. Will not do so. Sends it back to Barron. Barron with a nice touch gets it over to Joffrey, who has a pass inside. Looking for Flower. She gets it inside. Now a shot from deep off the crossbar. My goodness. Megan Smith tracks that one down, keeps it in bounds, trying to play it back inside. It'll be a throw in for Cincinnati. A terrific chance for Cincinnati. Ashley Barron makes her way over for the throw. Defensive all-star. Numerous accolades in the American Athletic Conference. For a deep throw. Sends it inside the box, headed around, picked up by Gillihan. And she'll send this one away. Letting her team get a little farther down the field. Cincinnati still playing that high press. Cincinnati wins the ball back off the clearer chance. Does not do so, however, for Iowa State. Now down to Spalding on the near side. Just outside the box, makes a move inside. Trying to make something happen. Pass across. It'll sail over the net and out of bounds. Some terrific chances for Cincinnati early here in this first half. 28-18 to go. Gillihan has another goal kick opportunity. Sends one. It'll be won by Cincinnati off the header. Bastion trying to get it to Smith. As that ball gets knocked away, Iowa State back with the offensive possession. Now Iowa State with a chance. Pass a little too strong. Picked up by Brooke Brown. Going to follow it, pick it up. As it gets cleared away. Iowa State with the ball back. Working against Bastion is Sophia Thomas. Now sends it over to the far side, working inside the box. Pass inside, gets tripped up, no foul. Ashley Barron won it back. Now Cincinnati with a chance to make something happen as it gets sent across midfield, one back by Iowa State. Now Iowa State sends a pass, Ashley Barron sends it away. Go back to Gillihan. Gillihan way outside the box, almost to midfield, sends it away. Kendall Battle sends it over to the far side to Joffrey. Joffrey. Pass over to Megan Smith. Smith loses the ball, but it sails right back to Battle. Battle working against a defender who grabs the jersey. Foul is called on Iowa State. It'll be a free kick for Cincinnati. Kendall Battle on the free kick. Sends it away. One back by Iowa State for the moment. As it bounces back towards the far side. Iowa State retains possession. It's trying their best to keep it away from this Bearcat defense. It's just maintaining a high press. So almost one back by Joffrey. Sitting in the Iowa State attacking third. Ball now towards the corner. Looking for some kind of opportunity. Ball inside the box now. Iowa State trying their best. No foul called on that challenge from Cincinnati. Now a sub coming in for Iowa State.
Cyclone substitution
Abigail Miller coming in for Kristen Bowes of Iowa State. 25-25 remaining. Throw-in goes in. It's deep. Trying to get inside the box as it ricochets out of bounds. It'll be out on Cincinnati, Iowa State's throw. Gonna do it all over again. Throw comes in. Bounce right back out of bounds. This time out on Iowa State, Cincinnati's ball. Kendall Battle tracks down that one. Gets ready for the throw. Looking, winds. The throw is in. Leads Megan Smith on the far side. Trying to evade the Cyclones defense. Sends it over to Flower. Now down to Brooke Brown. Brown on the near side sends it back to Barron. Barron with a heavy touch. Sails out of bounds. It'll be out on Cincinnati. Intended for Vivian Spalding. Iowa State's throw looking. Sends it in. Cincinnati contesting, excuse me. Iowa State looking for another chance. Kendall Battle tracks that one down, able to stop that ball in its tracks. Sends it away. Picked back up by Iowa State. Cross inside the box, sails out of bounds. No one was there. Be a goal kick, Cincinnati.
Battle's been working hard down there. The ball's been in her part of the field a lot.
Anna Rexford elects to go short with it. Over to Barron, now down to Brooke Brown on the near side. Nice pass, led for Bastion. Gets picked up by Iowa State as the ball sails out of bounds in favor of Cincinnati. They'll have a throw. Now Spalding right in front of the Cincinnati bench. Lines the throw. Headed away by Iowa State. Out of bounds, it'll do it again. Throw once again to Flower. Spalding with a nice pass over the heads of the Iowa State defenders for Ellie Flower. Flower ricochets it off of an Iowa State defender. It'll be the second corner of the match for Cincinnati on the near side.
Bearcat corner, taking number 18, Fran Stables.
Fran Stables makes her way over. She'll take this one. Five in the box for Cincinnati. Three outside with Megan Smith just outside as Fran Stables elects to try the Olympico and come short. Ball sails way over the net, out of bounds. Now subs coming in for Iowa State. Pratt coming out of the lineup for Iowa State. Emma as well. Goal kick for Iowa State. Cincinnati wins that one back. Lauren Bastion in the area. Gets picked up back up by Iowa State, now down the far side. Alex Campana coming in for Myra Emma. And Leah Kahari coming in for Solon Pratt. Now Cincinnati with a chance. Ball sails out of bounds in favor of the Bearcats. They'll have the throw. 21-28 to go here in the first half. Looks to go long for the throw. Ball bouncing around the box. Cleared away for the moment. Cincinnati tracking it down. It gets knocked out of bounds off the ricochet. Maddie Swingle trying to play it back in. Doesn't do so. Now Kendall Battle on the throw. Gets it in for Joffrey. Joffrey trapped for the moment. Tries to get it away. One back by Iowa State. Trying to maintain possession. Trying to clear it away. Will not do so as that ball one back by Cincinnati. Swingle sends it back for Barron. Barron Sends a pass. One back by Iowa State, intended for Ellie Flower. Now Iowa State trying to get back and hold on to this offensive possession. Working down the sideline as that ball gets sent out of bounds in favor of Iowa State. They'll have the throw. Coming over to make the throw, Hannah Reed.
It was a kick.
Oh, free kick. So here we go. It's a foul on the sideline. Sends it back over. Ball sails out of bounds. We will maintain possession of Iowa State. Subs readying for Cincinnati. Ball gets sent back in. Iowa State looking for some kind of chance here. Working that sideline, now coming back in. Cincinnati regains possession. Megan Smith fighting to retain it. Sends a
Good
pass,
ball.
finds an open to Vivian Spalding. Spalding down the near side. Plays it in for Ellie Flower. Flower gets knocked inside the box.
There it is.
And he points to the spot. Penalty kick Cincinnati. Huge chance for Cincinnati with 19:13 to go in the half.
Great play in by the Bearcats to run it up the side of the field and sends it into the box and gets just enough penalty. Chance at a penalty kick here is big for the Bearcats.
Ellie Flower to the spot for the Bearcats. See how she matches up against Gillahan. Flower gets the okay, winds, the kick is good! Finds the right top corner! Ellie Flower from the spot makes it 1-0 Cincinnati.
Looked as if Gillahan might have got a hand on it too.
Got the tip on the top right corner. It sails in anyway. Cincinnati takes the lead early in the first half. Huge opportunity seized for Cincinnati to take a lead early. Ellie Flower with a nice touch. And we have some scoring here in Cincinnati.
Bearcats have been applying pressure to the Cyclones defense all day. Great to see them finally break through and get one on the board. Take the lead with 19 to go here in the first.
Ellie Flower's first goal of the season comes up big. The 25th minute. Now Iowa State looks to respond. Deep pass led out of bounds. Saved from going out of bounds, excuse me. Brooke Brown able to get a boot on it. Now Cincinnati resets. Kendall Battle on the far side. Couple of subs will get in. I'll get to that in a moment for Cincinnati. Ball sails out of bounds. In for Vivian Spalding is Chloe Spittler. Lauren Bastian gets subbed out for Tenny Akindoju, and Ellie Flower comes out for Paige Miller. Iowa State looking to respond. Sitting inside the box currently. Kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Iowa State. Throw comes in. Bounces right back, almost out of bounds. Fight for it on the far side as it gets sent back out of bounds. It'll be another throw in for Iowa State. 17:49 and counting to go. Cincinnati leads at 1-0 over Iowa State. Throwing comes in. Bouncing around the box, gets sent back out. Iowa State trying to maintain possession. Aggressive touch there. Fran Stables in pursuit. Able to win it for the moment as it gets sent back out of bounds. Another throw in for Iowa State. Or excuse me, it'll be a throw-in for Cincinnati. My goodness. Throw comes in, looking for Cincinnati defenders. That gets one back by Iowa State, excuse me. It's a chance here for Iowa State. A good block there by Kendall Battle as it sails all the way back to Anna Rexford. Rexford motioning her teammates up the field. Lays it down, sends it away. Doesn't quite make it to a Bearcat, but sails out of bounds off of a deflection from Iowa State. Spittler along the sideline. It's down to Swingle. Tries to get a pass. It's one back by Spittler. Spittler makes a move. Sends it back to Swingle. Swingle finds an open Joffrey on the far side. Joffrey trying to follow it out of bounds. Ricochets it off of an Iowa State defender, and it goes out of bounds.
Cyclone substitutions. In the match number 20, Reagan John.
It will be another Cincinnati throw.
Into the match for the Cyclones number 3, Nils Villa. Number 18, Olivia Edwards.
Subs coming in once again. 15:47 to go here in the first half. Throw comes in. Bouncing around, one by Fran Stables for the moment. Now one back by Iowa State. Iowa State trying to maintain that offensive possession. Moving towards the near side, now across midfield. Pass goes in, one back by Brooke Brown. Brown, pass over. Intended for Stables as it ricochets off of the Cyclone and goes out of bounds. Brown's throw comes in. There's a foul on the near side right in front of the Bearcat bench. Be a free kick for Cincinnati. Ashley Barron makes her way over. Take this one away for the Bearcats. Barron surveys. Winds. Free kick on the way. Sent inside the box. A beautiful free kick. Bouncing around the box for the moment. Gets pushed to the ground. No penalty is called as it gets cleared away. Bearcat faithful wanted another shot from the spot, but no dice.
Bearcat substitution. Coming into the match number 25, Claire Ray. And for number 2,
Megan Smith exiting the match.
Bearcat bench looking for VAR after that call.
Unfortunately, there's no VAR in NCAA soccer. I wish there was, or else that would definitely get overturned. We'd have another penalty kick on our hands. Iowa State looking to maintain that offensive possession. Megan Smith coming out for Claire Ray in the 31st minute. Iowa State fighting on the near side. Ball bouncing around, one back by Cincinnati. Swingle with it, plays it back for Brooke Brown, who plays it back for Ashley Barron. Barron resets for Cincinnati. Plays a pass over to Akindoju, who plays it over for Spittler. Spittler crosses it inside. Has a play here for Fran Stables, as that shot goes in, picked up by Gillihan. Picks up another save on the day. Cincinnati wins the ball back off the clear chance, however. Fran Stables with the ball, trying to make something happen with it. Gets one back by Iowa State, and they're moving down the far side. Ball sails out of bounds, however. It'll be Cincinnati's ball. Trying to play that tightrope down the far sideline, staying in for the moment. Sails out of bounds. It'll be Iowa State's ball. Now subs coming in.
Cyclone substitution. In the match number 21.
Subs for both teams.
Bearcat substitution into the match number 9. Alexis Campbell for number 34,
Campbell coming into the match for Joffrey for the Bearcats. So we enter the waning minutes of this one. Waning minutes of the first half, excuse me. Let me be more specific. The game's not over yet. Bearcats win back the throw. Plays it back for Barron. Barron sends it all the way back to Anna Rexford. Rexford plays it back to Barron. Barron over to the far side to Kendall Battle. Battle moving towards the middle of the field. Pass it over to Swingle. Swingle to Fran Stables with a nice touch. Going for Akindoju. Not there. Now Iowa State with a chance. Quickly fizzles out. Barron wins it back. Trying along that far sideline. Iowa State back on the offensive. Plays it inside the box. Blocked by Kendall Battle. Battle with a nice clear. Out of bounds. It'll be Iowa State's throw. That ball almost bounces out of the stadium. Iowa State throw comes in. Now played inside the box as Ashley Barron sends it away. Akindoju there loses the header. Now Iowa State with a chance. Plays it inside the box. Is cleared away by Battle. Been saying that name a lot. Now Iowa State trying to reset, get things back going on offense as the ball is lost, picked up by Cincinnati. Now one back by Iowa State. As that ball sails out of bounds on the Iowa State half of the field. It'll be a throw-in for Iowa State. Surveys. Winds the throw. Comes in. Cincinnati trying to get it off of their half. Tight ropes the sideline. A nice touch there. Picked up by Cincinnati. Flower plays it inside the box. Trying her best. Gets tripped up. Ball will sail out of bounds. It'll be Cincinnati's throw on the far side. Alexis Campbell will not be making the throw. It'll be Kendall Battle making her way down. Battle with the throw. Tries to get inside the box. It'll be played to Campbell. Now Battle makes a move. Plays it back for Barron. Barron with a little bit of space. Plays it down to Brooke Brown. Brown quickly contested. Plays it over to Spittler. Spittler with a nice play to Akindoju. Akindoju down the near side. Tries to play it in, and the ball gets lost, but one back by Akindoju. Athletic play by Akindoju to try and keep this one for Cincinnati as it gets set off the ricochet by Iowa State. It'll be a throw-in for Cincinnati on the near side. Ashley Barron slowly making her way over. 8:57 to go. Cincinnati leads at 1-0. Barron looking for an open player. Finds Akindoju, but gets taken away by Iowa State. Tries for the clear. Brooke Brown is there. Trying to win that ball back. Gets an unlucky bounce. Iowa State back on it. Taking it down the near side. Alex Campana plays it in. It gets sent out, and it'll be another corner for Iowa State. Be a corner taken from the near side. Very windy day here in Cincinnati, if you couldn't hear. Corner played into the box. Headed out. Nice offensive play for Cincinnati for the moment. Safe for now. Iowa State wins it back. Play inside the box once again. Bouncing around. Rexford comes out to get it, and she'll pick it up. Another save for Cincinnati. Rexford letting some time wind out. Sends this one away, a nice clear. Trying to get something back cooking on offense for Cincinnati. Swingle plays it back for Barron. Barron tries to send one and gets blocked out of bounds. Be a throw in for Cincinnati. Brooke Brown makes her way over. Motion's in for Paige Miller. Trying to make her the recipient as he gets one back by Iowa State. Now Spittler gets it back for Stables. Stables plays it to the far side for Campbell. Campbell has some room. Campbell inside the 18. Campbell makes a move, trying to make her way inside the box. Plays it in for the box. Gets picked up by Gillahan. That one quickly fizzles out. 6:13 to go. So we sit here in the 38th minute. Fran Stables gets pushed to the ground, no foul. Another Bearcat gets pushed to the ground, no foul as well. Referee elects to play on. Swingle gets a boot on it. Now Cincinnati back with it. Claire Ray trying to make something happen, loses the ball, gets one back by Iowa State. They're back on offense. Trying to find some answer before the halftime buzzer. Nice pass intended for Akindoju. Bouncing around. Spittler comes back to clean it up. Pass over to Stables. Stables plays it in. Looking for Ray as it bounces out. Iowa State trying to ensure they get the throw. They will. Blocked as it went out of bounds. Maddie Brandt with the throw. Sends it in. Stables in the area. Bounces out of bounds. It'll be out on Cincinnati. Another throw in for Iowa State. Brandt once again. Sends it in. Multiple Bearcats in the area. One by Iowa State, however. About 4:43 to go. Iowa State plays it. Trying to find somebody in the corner. There was nobody there. It sails out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Cincinnati. Emma Schmelzer coming into the lineup in place of Maddie Swingle. Anna Rexford with another goal kick on the day. Rexford winds, kick is up and away. Played short as Kendall Battle gets shoved to the ground. It'll be a foul on Iowa State. Free kick Cincinnati. Ashley Barron to take the free kick for Cincinnati. Kick is up and away. Akindoju is there, wins the header. Iowa State wins the header right back. Abigail Miller sending that one. He gets one back by Cincinnati on their side. Ashley Barron plays it for Chloe Spittler. A beautiful ball from Barron, but can't keep a handle on it. As it sails out of bounds, to be a goal kick for Iowa State.
Spittler and Akindoju came on as subs for the Bearcats and had a big difference so far. Good job getting involved in the play. They've done well with keeping possession in the Bearcats' favor.
3 minutes to go here. Down to 43rd minute. This ball gets one back by Iowa State. They have a chance. Making their way inside the box. Gets poked away by Ashley Barron. Out of bounds on Cincinnati. It'll be a corner for Iowa State.
Cyclones corner to take by number 20, Brady John.
Reagan John take this one for Iowa State. Ball gets sent in, bouncing around, still in the box. Akindoju tries to clear. It's cleared away by Alexis Campbell. It'll be a throw in for Iowa State, sends it back in. Trying to play it back in the box, blocked. .44th minute. Cincinnati leads it 1-0. Akindoju wins that one back. Fran Stables. A little bit of room, plays it to Campbell. Campbell down the far side. Tries to play it for Akindoju, a little bit too hard of a touch. Gets picked up by Gillahan. Iowa State still looking for that answer to that lone goal scored from the spot by Cincinnati. Plays a nice ball, one by Cincinnati. Now one back by Iowa State. Iowa State plays it towards the middle. One back by Cincinnati. Fran Stables plays it over to Miller, who gets tripped up, and a penalty is awarded. Or a foul is awarded, excuse me. Be a free kick, Cincinnati. .45th minute. 40 seconds and counting. Stables on the set piece. Kick is up and away, played inside the box. Gillahan is there. Waning seconds of this first half. Ball is kicked away. Onto the Cincinnati side. Bounces out of bounds. Iowa State throw. So it looks like Cincinnati will head into the locker room up 1-0 against the Iowa State Cyclones as the first half expires. Pretty strong showing offensively by Cincinnati to kick this one off. The big topic, obviously, Ellie Flower from the spot finds the top right corner. 1-0 Cincinnati.
Bearcats had a good job keeping possession, creating a lot of opportunities on the Cyclones into the field. I mean, they lead the shot total 5-0, and really the defense on the Bearcats side has been really strong. You had Kendall Battle back there. It's just, I know it's a bad joke to say she's been battling all night, all day.
Puns are all right. We accept puns here.
But strong showing from the Bearcats in the first half.
I couldn't agree more. When we come back, halftime stats. Bearcats lead it 1-0 here at the half. You're listening to Bearcat Sports Radio, your home for Cincinnati women's soccer.
Right now, stop by your local Cincinnati area McDonald's and get a Cincinnati Bearcats koozie that fits McDonald's large soft drinks. Plus, all proceeds from the sale benefit Ronald McDonald House Charities of Greater Cincinnati. A koozie plus helping kids in need, that's a win-win. Both McDonald's owner-operators of the Greater Cincinnati area are proud sponsors of Bearcat Athletics. Don't forget to stop by Cincinnati Face Painters stand on the concourse for an opportunity to get some UC designs painted on your face. If you're signed up for the post-game kids clinic, make sure to meet the marketing table at the conclusion of today's game. And if you'd like to sign up for the post-game clinic, there's still time. Head to the marketing table for your opportunity. At this time, the women's soccer team would like to recognize the following groups in attendance in tonight's game. Eclipse East National Team, St. Bernard Soccer Team, Kings Hammer, and Galaxy Soccer Club. Thank you for your continued support of Bearcats Soccer. Make sure to keep up with your Bearcats through social media. You can find them on Twitter at GoBearcats for all sports, or at GoBearcats WSOC for all your women's soccer news from on and off the pitch. Visit GoBearcats.com for all information about Bearcats women's soccer and upcoming matches. Students stay up to date with the Ruckus on Twitter at Bearcats Ruckus. for tonight's halftime scrimmage, we'll have an inter-squad scrimmage from the King's Hammer soccer team. Let's make some noise for these young soccer players. Let's get it started. Great footwork. Fans, if you want your young athletes to be a part of the next halftime scrimmage, head over to the marketing table and the main concourse to serve your team's opportunity. Lots of great defending out there. See a big cross. Let's have a new ball in the middle. Or we can bring that over back in.
Welcome back to the pitch. Cincinnati leads it 1-0 against Iowa State. Ethan Herzog doing alongside Aiden Riggs. And lone goal scored by Ellie Flower from the spot. This is strong shot. Gillahan got a hand on it and just tipped it up.
Tips it into the near corner.
There you go. I mean, it's been a strong offensive showing by the Bearcats so far, and looked good. Looked good defensively as well.
Bearcats played aggressively throughout the whole game.
He did. They've been maintaining a high press for much of the game on defense as well.
They were able to keep the ball in the final third of Iowa State for majority of the game, creating a lot of opportunities. I mentioned earlier some subs that came in, Akindoju and both had great job of coming in and keeping the possession up for the Bearcats. Overall, a good half.
Looking some total stats across the board, Cincinnati leads in shots 6-0. Cincinnati also with 4 shots on goal. Iowa State with 3 saves total on the match. Iowa State also 6 fouls on the day. Cincinnati with 3, 4 corners for Iowa State, 2 for Cincinnati. Neither team has been offsides once. Ellie Flower, your stat leader so far, 2 shots, 1 on goal, 1 goal to show for it, 26 total minutes of play. So Cincinnati leading at the half, up 1-0 against Iowa State. We'll be back. Aiden Riggs with his first time on play-by-play. That'll be your color for the remainder of this match. You're listening to NCAA Women's Soccer on your home for women's soccer, Bearcat Sports Radio.
looking great out there. Nice defense. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute. Getting close to the goal there. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time. Let's hear it one more time for King's Hammer. Bearcats soccer is back in action at Gallo Stadium Thursday, October 5th at 7 p.m. as they take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys for their scarf game. Fans, please be sure to stick around after the match for our We Play for 3 scholarship presentation.
October 5th, Oklahoma State. That's a Thursday, and then Sunday is Oklahoma.
The women's soccer team would like to recognize the additional teams that have joined us today in today's game. Fusion FC, Cincinnati Elite FC, MHAA Murder Hornets, GSE Soccer Team 306, Eclipse East Nationals, Fusion FC, NKY Girls 13 Black, the CSC, Star Rush and Galaxy. Thank you for your continued support of Bearcats Soccer.
Welcome back to Gettler Stadium here in Cincinnati. We're about to kick off the second half of the Cyclones and Bearcats women's soccer game. Recap of the first half, the Bearcats lead 1-0 off Ellie Flower. First goal of the season coming from a penalty kick off a penalty in the box. A lot of possession for the Bearcats. I'm Aiden Riggs. I'm joined here by Ethan Herzog. It's been a good day at soccer so far for the Bearcats. Looking to just keep it up here in the second half.
Beautiful showing offensively for Cincinnati, and defensively as well. Defensively, they've had a lot of high press, especially on the Iowa State half of the pitch, and that kick from the spot was beautiful. I mean, you can't really ask for anything better.
Was
Put it
just high corner,
just
it off the goalie's hands.
Out of reach of Gillihan.
Yeah.
I mean, it was beautiful. May have gotten a finger on it, but not enough of a touch to really push it out of the way. So found the top right corner. Since it's 1-0 in favor of the Bearcats. So we'll see here as we flip sides, and Bearcats
will start with the ball here in the second half.
Bearcats moving from right to left. Iowa State left to right.
France Stables will start over the ball. Get the Bearcats going here. Stables will get us going here as we start the second half of play. Ball will be sent deep by the Bearcats. It'll go just out of bounds for an Iowa State throw-in. Cyclones will look to get something going after not being able to get much in the first. Ball sent in. Possession's gained by the Bearcats, sent right back out of bounds. Another Iowa State throw-in.
Iowa State with no shots on the day so far. Cincinnati leads it 6 shots to none, 3 shots of which are on goal.
Iowa State gets something going here quick. Go straight out of bounds for Bearcats throw-in though.
Been a lot of that on throw-ins for Iowa State. It's the ball's kind of just sailed in such an angle where it just keeps going out of bounds.
Go off with Cyclones again, another throw-in for the Bearcats.
Bearcats calling for a handball as well. Head coach Erica Demers really adamant on the handball call. Doesn't get it.
Ball's entered the Iowa State final third. Thrown in by the Cats. Into the net. We'll go out for a corner. Bearcats get their first corner of this half.
Neither side really able to convert off the corner. A lot of the corners that were taken by France Stables kind of really, they sailed out of bounds out of the back line. We'll see what Lauren Bastian does here, switching it up on the set piece.
Comes the corner from Bastian. Sent into the box deep. Iowa State gets ahead on it. Bearcats send it back in. Scramble in front. Be collected by Gillihan in front of the net.
It's a great chance for Cincinnati.
Cyclones up the far side. Sends it up. Also the side will go out of bounds for a Cyclones throw in. Pratt sends it in. Collected near the box, will go out of bounds for another Cyclones throw in. Pratt sends it in. Collected towards the box, sent towards the net. It'll go out of bounds for a goal kick. Rexford will get her first of the half. Over to Battle. Battle. Good attempted breakup by the Cyclones. She'll have a throw in here.
Very quick restart,
Forward
trying to
to
keep this
Flower.
tempo up.
Bearcats still playing very aggressive. Gillihan will have it out of her box. Takes it forward. Attempts to send it across to their defender. Bearcats have it. Trying to make something near the Cyclones box. Right to Gillihan, she'll collect.
It's played,
Send it forward.
played it in for Fran Stables, it looks like. She was just a couple of steps off.
Pratt takes it forward for the Cyclones. Takes it up the far side. Battles with the defender. Gets it on the line. It's deflected out by the Bearcats. Shot attempted by the Cyclones. It goes far. Rexford will have another.
Did you say
Okay,
Wrexham?
from Wrexham.
That's the hit show on some, I don't know what streaming service that's for. That's your Ryan Reynolds.
Sorry for
FC.
the Welsh comment there.
You Welsh or something? Not that I got a problem with that, but I haven't seen Wrexham. It's definitely something that's on my list.
I watched a little bit of it. Ball sent forward by Rexford. Bearcats will gain possession. Foul called on the Bearcats. Will be a free kick for the Cyclones.
A little bit of a heavy challenge there from Fran Stables. Iowa State awarded the set piece. Olivia Edwards to take.
Surveys the field. Send it in. Rexford makes the grab. Battle will have it. Bring it up the near side. Then send it through. Collected by Bastion. Attempt to send it across. Intercepted by the Cyclones. Thomas took it in. Attempted to send in by Miller. Collected by the Bearcats. Bastion takes it. Gets it forward. Hard foul from the Cyclones there. It'll be a free kick for the Bearcats.
There's an argument there from Hannah Reed trying to plead her case to the referee. They're not much there. Set piece for Cincinnati. Looks, I think it'll be taken. No, it's not going to be taken about midfield. That definitely was not the spot that was awarded to.
Be Ashley Barron to take it. Right from inside the center circle. Sends it into the box. Deflected out by the Cyclones defender. Pratt for the Cyclones sends it out. Bearcats throw in.
Spalding take on the far side.
Spalding looks it over. Throws it in. Corner. It's collected. Back to Spalding. Spalding sends it down the corner into the box. Deflected out by the Cyclones defender. Collected by the Bearcats. Sent back in. Header goes far and long.
Very high header. Heavy touch sent over the crossbar. Cincinnati really aggressive on offense for the moment. Still playing that high press on defense.
Cyclones attempt to get it out of their own, really out of their box. Intercepted by the Bearcats. They'll send it back.
Clear opportunities for Iowa State, not doing what they're supposed to be doing, to say the least.
Taken up the far side by Spalding. Spalding sends it in again, just far and long. Gillihan will have another chance off the goal kick.
We'll say a nice part about calling from the garage. I can sit on the hood of my car and call this game.
Cyclones try to advance. Agruso is taken down. Be a free kick for the Cyclones.
Just another heavy challenge by Cincinnati. Joffrey trying to get it. Stuck her leg out a little bit too far. Ref will call that every time.
Sent all the way back to Gillahan. She'll try and get something going. Takes it from out of her box. Sends it forward to Agruso. Agruso looks forward. Sends it back. Wind picking up here. Foul on the Bearcats via Cyclone kick.
We'll say that if you're in need of if you want to be involved in Bearcats, we're looking for a producer to watch the levels while we're outside.
Edwards for the Cyclones looks it over. He's going to look to send it into the Bearcat box here. Takes it short to Pratt. Pratt gets it over to Agruso. Back to Pratt on the Big 12 logo. It's sent in out of bounds. It was ruled offsides.
Flag was raised. It'll be offsides on Iowa State. It'll be reset here for Cincinnati. Taken just outside the box. Barron sends it back to Rexford.
Rexford gets it up to Battle. Right by the Bearcats bench. Sends it up. Tempted to get it to Joffrey. Went out of bounds. It'll be a Bearcats kick. Or Bearcats throw in. Battle looks forward. Sends it into a sea of maroon. Rattles around. Gathered by Stables. Stables tries to send it in. It's gathered by Gillahan. Little discussion here from the ref with the Cyclones. Gillahan will have the ball.
Not sure what any of
Resume
that was
play.
about.
Cyclones have it by their bench near side. Back to Gillahan, the keeper. She has it just outside of her box. Then send it back ahead to Agruso. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a Bearcat throw in.
Gillahan likes to do this thing where she advances really far out of her box, and I feel like one of these times it's really going to bite her.
She's done that multiple times today.
This one time in the first half, she advanced almost to midfield.
Here come the Bearcats, attempting to get it in. Good defense from the Cyclones. They clear it out. Bearcats will have a throw in. Ellie Flower takes it forward. Gets it near the box. Maybe Smith.
Great block there by the Iowa State back line.
Smith tries to get to it as it goes through the box. It'll be another goal kick for Gillahan. Gillahan sends it to one of her defenders, also in the box. Cyclones attempting to advance the ball. Up to Agruso, it just goes past her. Another throw in for the Bearcats. Battle in front of her bench. Gets it into Smith. Smith gets it back to Swingle. Bastion finds Stables. Stables with it. Finds Maddie Swingle. Back to Bastion. Bastion looks into the box. Tempted to get it to, I believe, Jeffrey. It's collected by Gillahan. She gets it out to Pratt. It's taken away by the Bearcats again. We battle in front of the Cyclones bench. Attempted to get it to Jeffrey. Cleared away by the Cyclones.
Ooh. Hard collision there.
Card is given to
Via yellow card.
Agruso of the Cyclones. Bearcat is down. It's Ashley Barron. She's being tended to by trainers. a hard collision. They both went up in the air for the header.
But both of those players should be going through concussion protocol at the moment.
That was a hard hit.
Both of them collided, going up for the header. A little bit more aggressive on the side of Iowa State, which was acknowledged by the caution given. It's the first yellow card of the game given to Grusso.
Yeah, I believe it was a Grusso.
She's getting looked at as well by training staff. We have a stoppage in play. Now, per NCAA rules, stoppage time does not exist. Once you hit the 90th minute, it's just over.
The clock is stopped at 32:53 here.
Which is why they stopped the clock.
Yeah.
For stoppages, unlike most other professional leagues, MLS, NWSL.
Both players up walking off under their own power.
I'd imagine both these players will be subbed out for at least a moment until their test is done. But
Barron's going back out there.
Barron is back on the pitch, and
Grusso also back out on the pitch.
Both players seem to be okay.
It was a hard and scary collision there.
A little bump to the noggin. Barron now back on the sideline talking with Coach Demers. Discussion going on the sideline between Iowa State head coach and fourth official right now. Both players getting subbed back in. Cincinnati awarded the restart.
Be battle to take the free kick. Get us back in action here.
Come in after play is resumed.
She sends it deep. Here she was looking for Smith. It's cleared out by the Cyclone defender. Another battle for the ball. Abigail Miller for the Cyclones gets it. Pratt will have it. Sent up. Collected by the Bearcats again. Bastion fights for it. Collected by the Cyclones. Pratt again sent out of bounds. It'll be a Cyclone throw-in. Sophia Thomas to throw it in. It's around. Rattles around. Battle was able to get ahead on it. Bastion fought for it again. It is sent out of bounds right in front of the Bearcats bench. Substitution coming on for the Bearcats.
Goal scorer Ellie Flower coming back out. And a real game changer for the Bearcats.
As if that was Rath that came on for her.
Another great player for the Bearcats. Recent transfer as of last season. High production value last season as well for Cincinnati.
Rexford sends it up over everyone. Cyclones be able to collect it. Gillihan again out of her box. This one's collected by the Bearcats. Sent just wide of the net. Almost caught Gillihan lacking there.
Like I mentioned before, it almost did not go well that Gillihan would exits the box like that. I'm not sure.
She was caught lacking outside of her box, and it was sent on.
Shot just wide to the left. Joffrey a shot from about the center of the field.
Joffrey's able to put that on net. It's got a chance going in. Gillihan was not able to get back. Bearcats with possession again. Battle tempted to send it back up to Joffrey. After knocking around some Cyclones players, it'll be knocked out of bounds for a Bearcat throw-in in front of their bench. Battle looks around. It's it up to Smith.
Some shoving going on. There's the foul. SK Wrath.
It was Kate Rath.
A little bit too aggressive for the Bearcats.
Cyclones will get it up. Agruso gets it over to Campana. Edwards fights with Smith along the side. Back to Broughton. Gets it back to Gillihan again. Outside of her box, halfway up. It's intercepted by the Bearcats. Here it is, Bearcats in possession. Gillihan still out of her box. Bearcats fighting for possession.
Defense going a good job of stalling for Gillihan to get back set.
Spalding takes it into the box. Sent just wide.
My goodness.
Into the side of the net. Gillihan getting caught outside of her box again.
It almost spelled disaster for Iowa State.
She was down on the ground. Bearcats had possession. Had to scramble back into her net. Cannot be a good feeling to be that far outside of your box with the other team in possession. Gillihan sends it up. Agruso will attempt to keep it in. It goes out of bounds. Bearcats have a throw-in by the Cyclones bench. Sent in. Kate Rath attempted to get ahead on it. It's collected by the Cyclones. Kate Rath battles for it again. Cyclones have possession, trying to get it outside of their part of the field.
Almost a handball by Iowa State. Ooh, a nice move there by Bastion.
Bastion gets it around. Attempted to send into Iowa State territory. It's knocked out of bounds by Iowa State throw-in. Pratt has it. Makes a move. Gets it over to Thomas. Pratt again at midfield. Gets it over here. Edwards gets it in. It'll be tempted to get into the box by the Cyclones. Just stay in, but for Thomas. Looks around. Gets it back to her defender. She sends it deep. Knocked away by Barron. Agruso tries to make the move. It's stolen by the Bearcats. It was Joffrey. Attempted to get it in. It's battled for by Bastion. Cyclones have possession. Campana sends it in. It's just wide.
The deep shot about 25 yards out.
Just wide of the net.
Just left. Looking for that top left corner.
Rexford almost had to make a play on it. She'll have a goal kick.
Multiple subs warming for Cincinnati. Count 4. Ellie Flower staying warm. Might come back in the lineup here soon.
Rexford sends it up. Battled for by Kate Rath. Still battling for it. It'll be Spalding. Tries to send it up. Collected by Brockton of the Cyclones. Cyclones have possession. Miller. Stolen again by the Bearcats. Campana tries to make a move for the Cyclones. Sophia Thomas gathers. Gets it back into Bearcat territory. Looks for Edwards wide. Edwards looks it over. Tries to send it deep. Will go just out of bounds for a Bearcat goal kick. Subs coming on for both teams. It'll be number 29, Paige Miller, coming on for the Bearcats for number 2, Megan Smith. Cyclones will bring on Lauren McConnell.
Bearcat substitutions into the match. Number 29, Paige Miller, and number 2, Megan Smith.
Rexford with the free kick. Goes into the midfield. Bounces around a few players. Sent back deep into Bearcat territory. It'll be battle for the Bearcats. Trying to get it out. Intercepted by McConnell of the Cyclones. Sent out of bounds for a Cyclone throw-in. It'll be Olivia Edwards to throw it in. Edwards sent it into Emma. Cyclones maintaining possession. Thomas. Back to Edwards. Edwards tries to get it in, sent away by the Bearcats. Edwards with it again, tried to get it back to Thomas. McConnell makes a play in the corner. Stolen away by the Bearcats and cleared. We'll go out of bounds for another Cyclone kick, or throw-in, sorry. Edwards gets it in. It was Miller. Down to McConnell. Tries to make a play down in the corner. It'll be another goal kick for the Bearcats. 3 more subs come in for the Bearcats. Spalding comes off. Flower back into the game for Joffrey. Bearcats with possession in their own end. Brooke Brown tries to get it up. Look for Paige Miller. Stolen by the Cyclones. Cyclones work it into Bearcat territory. Get the ball to Edwards. Edwards. Look for Miller. Gets it down to McConnell. Back in the corner again. Tried to send it through. Stolen away by the Bearcats. Sent out of bounds for a Cyclones throw-in. Edwards will throw it in right by the Bearcats bench. Edwards tries to send it deep, just too long, goes out of bounds. Another goal kick for Rexford of the Bearcats. Iowa State having more possession this half, keeping the ball in Bearcat territory. Still not much to show from it, but they've had a lot more possession than they had in the first half. Bearcats still playing as aggressive as they did in the first half. Cyclones looking to match it. Rexford gets ready to send it. Sends it deep. Tried to get it to Bastion. Goes out of bounds. Battle will throw it in for the Bearcats.
Very heavy touch by Iowa State.
Battle goes deep. Edwards for the Cyclones, able to corral it. Ellie Flower was able to make a move on it. Gets through. Kate Rath with the ball. Got it forward. It sends it long. Bearcats with possession. I believe that was Megan Smith on the far end. Bearcats will have a throw-in. We're on Kate Rath with the ball in Cyclone box. Bounces around a few players. Good ball through. Sent in by the Bearcats, just long. Lands on top of the net. Gillihan will get her first goal kick in a minute. Cyclones will get possession. Edwards takes it up the near side. Gets it through. McConnell. McConnell gets it to...
Ooh, real aggressive
hard
there.
foul there. Try to get it to Campana. Edwards will take the free kick for the Cyclones. Cyclones try to load the box here, get something going. Free kick incoming. Sent in, just short of the box. Bearcats make a move on it. Kate Rath got it out. It'll be Maddie Brandt with the throw-in for the Cyclones as it went out of bounds. Brant looks around. Gets it in to Hernandez. Hernandez sends it back into Cyclone territory. Finds McConnell. McConnell is challenged by Ellie Flower. Set out of bounds for another throw-in for the Cyclones.
Some great closing speed by Ellie Flower to challenge that ball. Disrupts the momentum just a little bit.
Sent in. Battle sends it out. Good play to stop the possession. We'll have a couple more subs for each team.
Got 19:41 left. Bearcats still lead at 1-0.
Megan Smith actually comes back on for the Bearcats.
Cyclone substitutions. Number 11, Leia.
Cyclones
Number 7,
throw it in deep.
19.
Taken by Chiari. Chiari gets it back. It's sent to the middle. Ball played on. Maddie Brandt sends it on net. Save made by Rexford. Rexford will get it out of her own box.
Very much a routine save for Anna Rexford. Very slow rolling shot.
Just to her left. Rexford sends it forward. Intercepted by the Cyclones. Battle will get it. Send it back to Brandt for the Cyclones. Brandt attempts to send it forward. Taken by the Bearcats. Smith sends it back to Battle. Battle looks forward. Able to find Bastion. Bastion to Smessler. Barron. Back to Bastion. Fought for by the Bearcats, sent back. Go out of bounds for a throw in. Brooke Brown. Brown looks ahead with just under 18 to go here. Kept in on the far end.
Great ball control there by Cincinnati.
Looks like it'll be Spittler on the throw in. Spittler sends it in. Sent right back out. Do it all over again. Bearcats looking to challenge in the box again. Sent back to Brown. Brown. I send one in. Intercepted by the Cyclones. Foul on McConnell. Bearcats will have a free kick. Goes into the box. Bearcats looking to find it. Just long. Gillahan will not have another goal kick.
It's good angle on that set piece. There were a couple of Bearcats right in that area towards the right side of the box there, but unfortunately just a little bit too high.
Cyclones with possession. Intercepted by the Bearcats. Be sent out of bounds. Cyclones will have a throw in. Kari moves fast. Be Pratt, back to Kari. Kicked away by the Bearcats, another throw in for the Cyclones. Edwards looks forward. Battle knocks it away. Here come the Bearcats with possession. It's Miller. Sends it across into the box, sent through.
Oh,
Just through. They'll go through for another goal kick.
That was
Good play there by Kate Rath to send it through.
a mere inches from that near post. If it was just a little closer, it would have ricocheted off that near post and into the goal.
Gillahan kicks it away. Rattles around. Kari will have it. Tries to get it to Pratt. McConnell up. Pratt gets it. Good tackle there by Schmesler. Throw in for the Cyclones.
It's a fantastic tackle. Pratt really wanted some kind of foul on that one from Schmelzer, but nice and clean, played the ball.
Emma for the Cyclones sends it out. It'll be another throw in for the Bearcats. Battle. Looks around. Tries to get it to Miller. Taken by the Cyclones. Cyclones send it back. Sent straight up into the air. Be a battle. Foul called on the Cyclones. McConnell went over top.
A lot of pushing and shoving from McConnell. Pretty much gave Ellie Flower a bear hug. Very clear and obvious call.
Ashley Barron will be on to take the free kick. Pushes it forward. Good header from, believe that was Ellie Flower. Bearcats trying to move it back.
Advantage given Cincinnati. Kendall Battle was shoved to the ground by Iowa State.
Throw in for the Bearcats. Spittler again, just at midfield. 12:50 to go here. Spittler will grab her own off a ricochet. Brown battles with the Cyclones there. Gain possession.
It's a nice move.
Cyclones trying to push forward into Bearcat territory. It's Kari. Looks back for her. Barron will make a play.
Follows it out of bounds. Great play there. Very high soccer IQ from Ashley Barron.
Kept her off the ball to give Rexford the goal kick. Stoppage here.
It's like just not really sure what happened.
Player went down for the Bearcats, got right back up.
Ow.
Rexford kicks it forward. Knocked away by the Iowa State forward. Bastion tries to send it forward for the Bearcats. Kate Rath. Kate Rath on the side of the box, sends it through. Oh! Deflects off the head of an Iowa State defender. Will go out for a corner. Bearcats threatening here.
It was an absolutely beautiful ball from the outside, crossed into the box from Bastion. Almost found Ellie Flower near post. Defender made it their first, headed out of bounds. Corner Cincinnati. Another big set piece here.
Corner comes in. Far side. Barron gets a head on it. Gathered by Gillahan.
Very cool and collected from Gillahan.
Kick goes long. Battle tries to make a play on it. Kind of missed it. Pratt for the Cyclones gathers. Battles with battle down low. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Rexford. Good job at Battle there to limit the damage.
Pratt really did not like that call. Thought it went off of Battle out of the back line. Pleaded a case. Nothing came of it. Goal kick, Cincinnati.
Rexford sends it forward. 10 to go here from Gettler. Bearcats still lead 1-0. Kari to McConnell.
Next 10 minutes, crucial.
Hernandez gets it taken away by Miller. Miller looks up to Rath. Kate Rath looks to get it going. Deflected away by the defender. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be a Iowa State throw in. Kari. Attempted to dribble through a couple Bearcats. Barron kicks it forward again. Kate Raff tries to battle for it in the corner. We'll go for a goal kick.
I think accidentally got a foot on it. Was trying to glide it out of bounds to ensure the corner, but accidentally gave it a little tap. Goal kick.
Cyclone sent it forward. Ashley Barron gets a head on it. Pratt gathers. Good move in the middle. She sends it over to Kari. Kari battles the defender, tries to get it back to Pratt. Pratt low. Battles next to the box, tries to send it in, it's deflected. Bounces between a few players. Pratt again, flag is up, she's offsides. Good break there for the Bearcats.
Whole Bearcat backline knew it.
Yeah.
All simultaneously raised that hand, called for offsides, flag goes up. Cyclones running out of time.
Just over 8 minutes to go here. Need to find the equalizer. Rexford sends it forward, intercepted by the Cyclones. Kari gets it, sends it forward, ball sent in. I believe that was Ashley Barron. Knocked it away, and it'll go for a corner for the Cyclones.
Just barely a corner.
Mira Emma will take it for the Cyclones. We have a few subs coming on for each team.
Substitution for the Cyclones. Number 19, Alex Campani. Number 14, substitution for the Bearcats. Number 6, against Baltimore.
Spalding comes in.
Number 34, Evan Joffrey. Number 24, Number 26,
Joffrey comes in.
Maddie Swingle for number 10, Lauren Bastian.
Sent in by the Cyclones. On net, good save by Rexford. Headed towards the net. She was able to get up and corral it.
Was able to really reach for that. Perfect save. Keeps the Bearcats up 1-0.
Rexford with a good kick.
84th minute here.
Makes it all the way to Gillahan. Gillahan once again pushes from outside the box. Edwards takes it up the side. Tries to get it forward. Barron knocks it away. I believe that was a handball on Joffrey. Stoppage called for substitutions, I believe. No subs, they'll redo the free kick. The Edwards for the Cyclones.
Seems to be some miscommunication between Edwards and the fourth official.
Hannah Reed will come over and take the kick from Edwards. Sent into the box. Barron gets a head on it. Gets it out. Spalding. Kate Rath.
Beautiful clear.
Iowa State will have another throw in. Hannah Reed. Gets it off the header from her own player. Attempted to send it long to McConnell. Knocked away by the Bearcats defense. Still some more miscommunication from the refs and the players. 2 subs will come on, 1 for each team.
Entering the 86th minute, Coach Demers really wanted Cincinnati's possession. So we had a waning minutes here.
Cyclones with possession in Bearcat territory. Pratt just loses it.
Heavy
Goes
touch.
long.
Really heavy touch from Pratt.
They'll get a throw in. Pratt will have it. Good move there to retain possession. Just overhead, Bearcats now with the ball. Pushing forward. Intercepted by Hannah Reed of the Cyclones. Reed goes forward, gets it to McConnell. On the side. McConnell to Campana. Goes out of bounds, it'll be a Bearcat throw in. 4 minutes to go here. Cyclones truly running out of time. Battle will throw it in.
Taking as much time as possible without getting a penalty. Or foul, excuse me.
Tough play in front. Sent back into Bearcat territory. Barron was able to get a head on it. Smith with the ball. Forward to Rath. Rath tries to make a move. Stolen by Miller. Iowa State with the ball. It'll be Pratt. Tried to get it forward. Sent back into Cyclone territory by Barron. Just a back and forth here. Bearcats just trying to keep it out of their territory. Go out of bounds. Battle will have another throw in. More subs on for each team. We'll see Akindoju for the first time in the second half.
Bearcat substitution number 4, Tony Akindoju.
3 minutes to go here. Cyclones need an answer. Battle will throw it in. Is it forward? Akindoju. She'll get possession, stolen by the Cyclones. Kari. Kari looks forward. Wanted a penalty, doesn't get it. Or a foul, sorry. On the far side is Brandt. Tries to send it through. Barron stops it. Clears it out. All the way out of Gettler, almost hit a car passing by.
That's the danger.
Rough play in front, foul will be called on the Cyclones. Free kick for the Bearcats, just outside of their box. 2:30 to go. It'll be Barron, just on the edge of the box. Rattles around a few. Reed. Get it forward. Edwards. Up the side. Knocked out of bounds by Megan Smith. Edwards will throw it in for the Cyclones. Campana down low. Sent through. Just long out of bounds. Goal kick for Rexford.
She'll be taking her sweet time with this.
Oh.
And there will be a card.
Yeah.
The frustrations
Pratt.
mounting.
Pratt was not too happy with that.
Maybe not a card. Just a warning.
Rexford motions him through.
Pratt slams a goal, or slams the ball in the back of the net out of just pure frustration.
Rexford. LaGrusso got ahead on it. Tanner Reed for the Cyclones. Intercepted by the Bearcats. Battle for it at midfield. Smith comes away with it. Spalding on the long side. Spalding. Stolen away by the Cyclones. Spalding gets it back. Dribbles it through. Battle for it just outside the box. Cyclones have time for not much more. As it's sent forward to Rexford, and she'll take her time. She gathers. Pushes everyone forward as there's 1 minute remaining.
Remember, no stoppage time.
Bearcats a minute away from their first victory in the Big 12.
Only with a huge 3 points.
Edwards for the Cyclones. Try to get it forward. Good tackle there.
Beautiful
Good
tackle by Barron.
challenge from Barron. 20 seconds to go. Cyclones, one last push. Edwards, just off the Big 12 logo, gets it through. And for a Grusso. Grusso tries to make a play, battle, clears it away. Time will run out. The Bearcats are going to win it. 1-0. Bearcats defeat the Cyclones 1-0.
Beautiful, beautiful way to wrap this up from the Bearcats. Comes away with a huge 3 points at home. 1-0. Nothing much else to say.
Yeah.
You said enough.
Bearcats had a good day all around.
Your final stat line for the day. Bearcats lead in shots 10-4, shots on goal 5-2. Iowa State 4 saves to Cincinnati's 2. Iowa State 11 fouls to Cincinnati's 8. 9 total corners taken on the day. 4 from Cincinnati, 5 from Iowa State. One more time from Gettler Stadium. Bearcats 1, Iowa State 0 in the end cap of the Big 12 opening weekend for the University of Cincinnati. For Aiden Riggs, I'm Ethan Herzog. Thank you so much for tuning into today's contest. We'll be back at some point. I can't remember when the next home match is, but Cincinnati travels to Provo and takes on number 7th ranked BYU on Thursday at 9 p.m. So long from Gettler Stadium. We'll see you next time.